Ministry of Education and the Division of Culture proudly present Christmas Harmony 1.0, the inaugural primary school carol singing competition. Join us on Friday, December the 5th at 1 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Magical voices, festive spirit, and exciting competition await. Tickets, adults $10, children $5. Christmas Harmony 1.0. No better place to be. Be there.
Megaforce Promotions, in proud collaboration with Ariza Credit Union and GBN, presents Grenada's biggest flea market at Monroe's Plainfield, Saturday 21st and Sunday 22nd December, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Shop unbeatable deals on bed and curtain sets, appliances, household items, electrical and plumbing supplies, toys, Christmas decorations, clothing and shoes, perfumes and colognes, wines and drinks, and just about everything else. Plus a kids area, live entertainment, food and drink stalls. Want to be a vendor? Call 440-4646 to book your spot before they're all gone. Admission $5. 2 full days of deals and more deals. Shopping, fun and savings. Monroe's Plainfield Flea Market. Don't miss it.
Let me say a special good morning to the listeners, the viewers of course, of GBN TV, the listeners of Classic Radio. Welcome to another edition of To The Point. It's Monday. It's Monday, the first day of December 2025. We're inside of a brand new month, the final month within the year 2025. Those of you who are at home and you're listening, good morning to you. Those of you over in the diaspora who are viewing and listening us via social media platforms, good morning to you also. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. It's a beautiful day in the Spice Isle. It's not that hot in terms of the sun out as yet, but a mixture of a cool morning. Sun and a bit of a cool morning, I would say, on the outdoors. Let me say good morning to Mr. McPhail, who's still with us this morning. How are you doing this morning, sir? Nice to have you back once again.
Thank you.
All right. How was the weekend, sir?
Very good.
You had a good weekend?
Very good weekend.
Yeah, I would say so too. It was like a calm weekend for me. Yeah. One of those calm weekends. I think so. It was all right.
It was a productive one for me.
Yeah. All right. Great. Well, usually we get off with that bit of a chit chat to get the things off. What was kind of burning around for the weekend? If anything, you want to chime in terms of what's burning around for the weekend.
Well, it's not something that I would want us to get into, but we were looking at the St. Vincent election.
But politics seemed to be what was dominating our big for last week into the weekend.
Yeah. And even today. Yeah.
There's another one happening today.
Yeah.
Not much seriousness outside also too in terms of weather conditions. Nothing.
Oh, well.
There's speculating around in the Caribbean, I would say.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yesterday was November 30th.
The final day for the hurricane
season.
The last week led into a lot of rain. A lot of rain last week.
I think last week would have been the most rain we got for the month.
Yes.
And in the past, November used to be the wettest month in the year. Mm-hmm. But this year it was very different.
Yeah.
Very, very
Not much rain, it would be enough a mixture, but the final week or so.
The final week we had a lot of rain. A lot of rain. Even yesterday we had some rain.
Yeah, but wasn't that much to talk about?
No.
Much to talk about.
Very early in the morning, the skies were very dark.
Yes.
But then it cleared up nicely.
All right. And we see folks out there in the US and Canada and stuff, they battle in the snow.
The snow, yeah. And complaining of how cold it is. Even places like Florida, it's pretty cold now.
I had a friend call me over the weekend also and telling me about that. Hey man, it's the kind of conditions I don't like. He said I left the northern part and come down to the southern part of the US, and it's like he said they didn't get in the snow, but it's cool, or not even cool, but it's cold. It's cold. It's cold, yeah. And he lives in more of the bordering part of Florida, Jacksonville and that place. So he's feeling that coldness, so the world has changed.
Yes, definitely.
Times have changed. Folks don't say that it's the same world, but something about it has made a change.
There definitely is climate climate change.
Yeah,
it's real. We have to admit it.
Well, we got to the stage where we have to now do, as the folks who are in this world today, do what we have to do to make a difference. If we have to cut back on the emission, make a serious effort about it. It's as much as we are a small country. We are minimal in terms of what we cause, in terms of the ecosystem or whatever is happening.
The emission and
so forth. We're not making that big of a dent in it, but somehow we are part of it also. Yes. And if it starts from us small countries in the Caribbean, making that difference,
each one making an effort,
making a difference, it will cause others to think differently also. As small as we are, as small countries, if we do something different, the bigger countries would look at us.
Oh yes.
And say, look at what these little people these little islands are doing.
We could try it.
Yeah. And they have the capacity which could make it happen, better than us. Yeah. In this little part of the world, you understand? So that's what it is. It's also budget day today in Grenada.
Yes.
Budget day today in Grenada. So I know lots of folks after this program it is scheduled to start at 10 a.m. hopefully. We may have a shortened version of our program today because we can't, of course, GBN Television will be carrying, also here on Classic Radio, we'll be carrying the budget presentation. So I guess lots of folks will be tuned in for that today.
Yes.
So McPhail, the traffic situation in Grenada.
GT, it took me more time from the government house roundabout to get to the studio than it took me from Grand Anse to come up here.
Would you imagine, sir, I left River Road, was going to do the Motley Hill San Souci area to come to work this morning. When I got there was a hold-up of traffic just around the Deco service station area there. So I thought maybe I could do the Maras Hill up because I couldn't come up. And I left home at 8:15. I got here at 9:45. And I had to park all the way out and walk into the studio this morning. You understand? Because if I was attempting to stay in the vehicle in order to driving to the workplace here, I would have been here like a little after 9. Yeah. But so I had to park up out there just a little bit after Red Cross and the Red Cross building, and I decided I'm just going to take the walk because when I saw the time, I said I'm someone who don't like to be late.
Well, I was inching down in the traffic until I got to like the Berian School on the corner there, and then I drove on the right because nothing was coming up. So I was able to.
My vehicle park on the side there because I had to swing over there and just go right to the side.
And I'm trying to figure out what's causing that traffic.
Yeah, but what could be done about that, sir? On a serious, I would have thought now that the traffic department and so forth have noticed the congestion what is taking place, they would have some, take some action in relation to that. Get a full small of it. You understand?
One of the thoughts that crossed my mind on Saturday, I think it was, when I got stuck in traffic somewhere, must have been within the city or in Grand Anse area. But one of the thoughts that crossed my mind is to have specific days for specific numbers.
Folks, that has been a conversation for years. Do you think that can happen in Grenada, sir?
I don't know, one day for even numbers, one day for odd numbers.
I certainly could remember someone coming up with that suggestion already. You would put, because of your number, you probably permitted to come to St. George. Right. I think there are countries where that happens already. I can't remember they recall a country, but I remember having an open line once in which someone called in and made a suggestion because they've seen it working in a particular country. I think it's a South American country, where your particular number is permitted to come into the city on that particular day, which eases the congestion. But
not just in the city, but I'm thinking on the road.
Overall use of your vehicle.
Yeah.
So because of your number, you can't drive on Monday, you can't drive Tuesday, whatever.
Yeah.
But do you think that may work in Grenada, sir?
The buses were doing it at one time. Especially I think it was
after COVID, during COVID time, when they made a bit of a schedule for running
A and B and so on.
But that ended in controversy.
Yeah. I don't know.
That ended in a bit of a controversy where some thought they weren't making money and because they were off that day and stuff like that. So that
is one aspect. But then we also have to also encourage people to use alternative routes. Because you are coming from the western side, come down the west coast. You get to the keep left by Lacqua. There's no need for you to pass through the city because you walk in Grandans or you walk in True Blue. So
you probably will think
would have to be
I would use the Tempe Road, Maris
to
Hill.
use Maris Hill.
I would not recommend Cemetery Hill.
Well, that's another recommendation.
I would not recommend it.
Oh, I think part of the problem. Yesterday or Saturday it was. I noticed at the end of
the lower
Old Fort Road. Yes,
I know that has started since last week Friday.
Right. Well, it was an open trench.
But I think they had put a covering on it now so that vehicles could pass over.
Okay.
I understand. I'm not sure what happened over the weekend.
Yesterday it was open.
It was open.
It was an open trench.
Okay.
And I was thinking Monday morning what would happen. So maybe that could be part of the problem in terms of the traffic here this morning. I don't know.
But we could have had the traffic department try to coordinate the traffic a little bit. You understand? Yeah. I think, remember this budget this morning, and this particular road is where government ministers and so forth would have to transfer in a few minutes from now if they haven't started already. You understand? So there should be some control taking place there, It was really bad this morning. Yes. Really, really, really.
And I must say, visibility of traffic police or wardens.
There was no one around. There was no one around.
Yeah.
There was no one around. We drew for a break. Let's take it. Let's take that first break. And when we come back, hopefully there's much time to get as much in depth in terms of our conversation this morning. Stay with us, folks. To the point. Classic Radio GBN TV. We'll be right back. Don't touch it out.
Megaforce Promotions, in proud collaboration with Ariza Credit Union and GBN, presents Grenada's biggest flea market at Monroe's Plainfield, Saturday 21st and Sunday 22nd December, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Shop unbeatable deals on bed and curtain sets, appliances, household items, electrical and plumbing supplies, toys, Christmas decorations, clothing and shoes, perfumes and colognes, wines and drinks, and just about everything else. Plus a kids area, live entertainment, food and drink stalls. Want to be a vendor? Call 440-4646 to book your spot before they're all gone. Admission $5. 2 full days of deals and more deals. Shopping, fun and savings. Monroe's Plainfield Flea Market. Don't miss it.
Grenada! Get ready to celebrate culture, creativity, and community. It's the Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival happening on Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th at the Sates Bus Terminal in St. Patrick. Friday, December 5th will be the opening night with prayers and worship. Then feel the rhythm ride with theater performances. On Saturday, December 6th, it's Market Day and cultural celebration in Sates. Come celebrate our roots with Asaraka. Sunday, December 7th, it's the grand finale. Folk celebration. We close the festival with pure culture, the rich traditions that makes us who we are. So mark your calendars. Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th. Sates Bus Terminal, Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival. This event is brought to you by Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture
in partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development.
Ministry of Education and the Division of Culture proudly presents Christmas Harmony 1.0, the inaugural primary school carol singing competition. Join us on Friday, December the 5th at 1 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Magical voices, festive spirit, and exciting competition await. Tickets, adults $10, children $5. Christmas Harmony 1.0. No better place to be. Be there.
Grenada, this is it. The grand final of the 15th edition of the Wagiti Carib Super Knockout on Saturday, December 6th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium from 8 p.m. Third place playoff, Paradise FC International versus FC Camahorn. Then from 10 p.m., the clash of the Giants, St. John's Sports Club versus Hurricanes SC. Who will be crowned champions in 2025? Then after the games, we get set to welcome live from Jamaica, Asian.
One girl every day. One girl every day.
Asian.
I'm here hot up the place, catch a pepper.
From Grenada, Sakina and the Alpha One Band. Happy Boy, Shake One, Boys.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, once again to The Point, Classic Radio, GBN TV. Mr. McPhail, welcome back. We still have a few more minutes on the program. A conversation of concern that I've been hearing folks talking about sometime last week. I heard there was an open line and for a few minutes and folks called it and spoke out in relation to that. The debushing program, where we see some folks may say it's nothing new. It's been happening, but I think it's gotten to the stage where the folks who are using the weed eaters seem to don't care.
GT, that has been a perennial problem.
It's nothing new, as I mentioned. It's not our first time thing this is happening.
But again, the people, they have been instructed, they've been encouraged to have two persons at least with these
covering shields
right?
or something there.
And you have them stand there while the cutting is taking place. Because very often, windshields are broken, window glasses are broken, and ultimately, the debushing money that you get, the 2 pence halfpenny, cannot buy a windshield.
So true.
So it goes back to the central government to pay for the replacement costs, and which is so unfair. Because you speak to them, you tell them about it, even if you don't have the shield.
They don't even care. They practically don't listen to you.
Yeah, you don't have the shield, but at least when you hear a vehicle, you stop.
I mean, mind you, there are some of them who do. Not everyone. I have know of someone who had their whole back glass broken from someone, and that was not the debushing, because I'm seeing now there are contractors who are contracted for different from the solid waste company who are contracted to do road cleaning and and so forth. Some of them do weed eating at times, depending on before the actual debushing starts. Some of them maybe are contracted to clear the side of the road from time to time. And I know of someone who had their glass broken by one of these individuals who work with a particular company. And it's been 5 years now, and he has not been compensated for his glass. He was contacted management, they told him they was going to replace it, and it hasn't happened more than 5 years now. He has got into this, their person has got into this situation where they bought another vehicle, and the one with the broken glass has just been parked there.
Wow.
You understand? Due to the type of vehicle it was kind of difficult to get it. To get the glass one. And so that just had to remain parked up there. You understand? So, but something seriously needs to be done. I saw a friend of mine complaining via Facebook the other day, and sometimes people get to a way where they want to say words that may not be pleasant for saying, because of the fact that individuals are just not stopping when they see vehicles are coming. Feel, well, I doing my work and I doing my work. Yeah. But I think the authorities seriously need to look into it and pay attention to it. I understand people may be doing it for a livelihood, but it's dangerous to us.
And it's not just a vehicle, all right? But you can also cause personal injury. to, if it's a passenger,
small stones
can hit somebody in the eyes.
Yeah.
And the driver could get lashed by a stone. And so it's not just the vehicle per se, but also you as a person can be injured.
Are we going to wait till someone in authority get their vehicle damaged before we see something done about it, sir?
Well, you never know. But nobody seems to be paying heed.
Yeah.
Nobody seems.
Because I know usually I know the using the weed eater is probably a faster way of getting the bush cut or so forth. I understand that, but you have to understand that you are alongside the roadside. And you have to do with some attention need to be done in relation to that.
But in addition to a faster way of getting the work done, it's also a faster way of the bush growing back.
That's another point.
The bush grows back faster when you do a weed eating.
Because it just brushes the head of the bushes more or less.
Yeah. So it's something that really needs to be looked at. Like I said, it's been years now. Prior to the start of the bushing, these contractors are called into a meeting and it's reiterated again.
So they are actually being told about it?
Yes.
That they shouldn't be using it.
They use it at their own risk. But they continue.
So are you saying to me now, they are called into this meeting and said, hey, you're not supposed, if you're using a weed eater, using it at your own risk, which means if you damage somebody's vehicle, you are the one reliable for that. Interesting.
But nobody pays heed.
What do you recommend, sir? What is a recommendation you have? And I'm not sure if anybody's going to listen. If they listening to the authorities, I know they're going to listen. They may not listen to us.
My recommendation is the shield.
The shield.
The shield.
I would recommend it totally stop. I think they should just use a cutlass and clean as much as they can. It's probably going to take more time, but you probably
so
get a better job done.
Finishing in 3 days, you might finish in 6 or 7. But remember, the contract period is 10 days.
Yeah.
So you're rushing to finish
faster.
In 3 days. You have the other 7 days. So maybe it may mean going back to the cutlass.
But it's becoming a major concern.
Because remember,
because of the bulk of
we have more traffic on the road
now and so forth. The bulk of traffic, and sometimes, not as maybe 10 years or 15 years ago where traffic will move faster if you're using it, but now traffic will stop for a while. And some feel, well, the traffic stop, I don't have to stop my work. So they continue doing it. Or they may feel that they're in the back of an edge or hedge or whatever, so they feel they may be able to do it there, but stones and stuff
coming through.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think some serious attention needs to be given to it now.
Yep.
Some serious attention to be given to it. From time to time, there are folks, even in front of my house, and I could hear the small stones hitting the windows.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. You can hear this hitting the latch and against a wall, and so forth.
So it's not just vehicles.
Yeah. And then sometimes you may end up where you may not be home at it. Your windows are cracked and stuff. And people most people are parked by the road these days too. Huh?
Right.
You understand? Most vehicles are parked by the road. Someone may be using a weed eater, crack your vehicle window or so, and you would never know who did it.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So
you come and you see your window cracked, but you're puzzled, trying to figure how that.
And you may think, and as small as these stones is, the impact or the pressure that it comes with at times.
It comes with a lot of pressure.
You understand? It's interesting. We're moving down. I see the phones are going because I know folks maybe want to chime in on this because it's a conversation that's been going on for a long time, and something seriously needs to be done about it. You understand? We have a caller. Let's take this caller, see what they want to try to.
Good morning, Mr. Telesford.
Good morning to you, sir.
And to your guests.
Yes.
Good morning, Citizen Rollo.
Issue related to the use of the quote-unquote brush cutter, string trimmer, or known locally as a weed eater, is a very serious one. Underwriters Laboratory, which is an insurance body, that gives authority for the usage of certain inventions has made it absolutely clear that to use this machine without the protective guard constitutes a crime. Where this machine was invented, in New Jersey or somewhere in the vicinity of the United States, on the east coast of the United States, it is established there through what is known as the OSHA standards, Occupational Safety and Health Administration has it also as a crime. It is there written. This machine should not be used without the guard. That's the purpose of it. And the system is known as a dangerous discharge system. Note, if you buy a lawnmower, you see that to the base of the lawnmower there is a port, a chute, where the cuttings, the trimmings are discharged. If you have a circular saw, you buy a circular saw, you would see that the sawdust after cutting by the blade is discharged in a certain port. Similarly with this machine, that port is being so you can direct your cuttings in a safe place. We have people in this here country using this machine, filling up other people's property, breaking their windows, and you can't open your mouth because it's quote-unquote wood pig. I don't know if you know what we mean by that, Mr. Telesford, sir. This has to stop. I reported a matter in my place where I've been abused from time to time. My windows broken away. The police tell me, Mr. Roland, no. Because I was coming down Granny Town one time, and a police officer told me that. Just imagine that. And up to today, it is happening. It is prohibited. If you look on the machine, Mr. Gentleman, sir, and if I may wind up here, you would see a yellow triangle, isosceles triangle, with a black line around it on the interior of that, and an exclamation mark, a black exclamation mark. That is an international warning sign for impending danger. That should tell you something. And if all people do not wish to understand that it is a crime, deliberate, to use this machine without the protective guard as is established by the safety standards, they're committing crime. And the authorities of this here country refuse to do anything about it. So the authorities in this here country are equally culpable in this crime. And it's just about time we start to look, as we should, for many, many things that happen in this here country. I'm happy to hear you people talking about, but who's paying attention to you? The authority have no care. No, they have no time for that. Let's just put it in Grenadian terms. They have no time for that. But it is a crime. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And I appreciate your contribution as always. And he's right in terms of what he's saying. Sir, he's right in terms of what he's saying. Yeah. You understand? But something seriously needs to be done. Yes. Something seriously to be done. I always say why things continue to happen in Grenada because no one in particular is made an example of.
Yes.
A lot of things, the issues with traffic and all these things are happening, and no one is made an example of. And if we see someone is made an example of what they're doing, I think others may say, well, I don't want to be part of that.
Okay, GT, as you mentioned about traffic, right? Along the Springs Woodlands Road, in the last week or so, the police have placed a number of cones in Grandans Valley as well, and no parking signs. And I'm driving and I see a vehicle. The person is living on one side of the road.
And park between
the cones.
And the cones mean no parking too. Yeah. It means you should not be parking.
And they parked right there.
And I'm sure there are police officers and so forth who are traversing that particular area.
And they see
says nothing.
Yes, says nothing. So... And that's
living here, they say no parking. But I also heard
I have to live here. Yeah. That's where I live, so I have to park. That's the kind of attitude displayed.
I know we're getting a couple more calls, but we would not be able to accommodate more calls. This is where we're going to have to take a wrap, Mr. McPhail, for today. It's a bit of a shortened version of To The Point because we do have the budget presentation today, and I think it's already started. And that will be carried on, of course, Classic Radio and GBN TV. So we have a shortened version. So we hopefully we could continue on this line next week. Was the Almighty Spears Lives and everything else. We come back and able to do this. We continue on this line because it's a conversation that we probably need to open some more.
Yes.
In terms of what is taking place. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, folks, that's where we're going to take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. It's been a shortened version for today due to the budget presentation that will be taking place. So that's where we say goodbye. Have a good one, folks, and all the best.